At a middle school in Colorado, a student is kicked out of class for wearing a Gadsden flag patch on his backpack.
Is due to its origins with slavery and slave trade. That is what was, that's the reasoning behind them not slave.
The Gadsden flag.
The Don't Tread on Me.
Okay. Which is the Gadsden flag. Okay.
The bag can't go back. It's got the patch on it because we can't have that in and around other kids. So that's what I was trying to, and then he said you were close. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with slavery. That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was displayed when they were fighting. And I mean, we teach him to always stick up for your beliefs. And I mean, you're going over the revolution for 7th grade. I mean, the founding fathers stood up for what they believed in against unjust laws. This is unjust.
Okay.
So his backpack has a J-Rod for the Revolution sign that says he's based, 2 religious St. Michael patches, a Bear Arms and Bitcoin patch, a Shiba Inu patch which likely represents Dogecoin, but also the Gadsden flag patch, which apparently confuses the student as he takes a photo with what appears to be a teacher's vehicle filled with political messaging on their car. So Connor Boyack calls out what happened in Colorado over the Don't Tread on Me flag, where apparently the school's director stated the flag is unacceptable because it has been tied to the Confederate flag and patriots, but also hate groups, citing some article from theconversation.com. And in that linked article, the small portion about the Gadsden flag says it had been flown beside the Trump 2020 flags and Confederate flags, so some people may see it as a symbol of hate. Yes, the Conversation website, where their front page has articles about how Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis is somehow an imperial governor, how workers like it when their boss talks about diversity and inclusion, and how the GOP debates were filled with dog whistles about race. And what an insane country we live in, where our tax dollars pay for an education system that has no idea about American history other than what some sensationalized propaganda website tells them. And unless your kid just accepts the nonsense that they subscribe to, you're not allowed to learn here because that's the rules. I don't know, call me a one-issue voter, but whoever this J-Rod kid is running for vice president, he's got my vote. And if they want to check ID to see if I'm even eligible to vote in that race, I'm shouting racism. As apparently even the liberal Colorado governor is calling out the school district for what the Gadsden flag really means. And on the school district's Twitter account, they're constantly being slammed on their posts of seemingly endless amounts of people posting the Gadsden flag in its various forms until they finally turned off their replies and issued a statement about their emergency meeting to reaffirm their commitment to American principles, how they will now allow the student to wear the flag, which is a great teaching moment. As Connor points out, had they not recorded this conversation, it likely would have went an entirely different way, so illustrates where you are allowed to record like this. So I'm not so concerned about the yellow flag on his backpack as much as I'm worried about the red flags in our education system. How many incidents are happening just like this that don't happen to go viral and just result in students having to submit to these insane ideologies? Because I went to public school and college in deep blue California, and I specifically recall how relentlessly they try to drill down liberal values into your brain. So how is it that I know so little algebra that it's actually haunting my ancestors, but I can remember each teacher's love for Obama and hatred for Bush? Not to mention what's happening in schools right now, where concerned parents go to school board meetings to expose the insanely inappropriate books being shown to their kids.
Currently in Storm Grove Middle School and Freshman Learning Center, page 265. As if letting him was going to cure all my problems,
Sir,
but in the end,
Sir, I will
never
stop
told
you
to get
there.
away.
So the board has the police escort the parents away.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And that's not the only school district that has concerned parents angry about what their kids are saying.
These words are uncomfortable for me to say in front of this crowd here, especially the children that remained in the room.
And not the only board that has the police dragging parents out for doing so.
Hey, easy now, easy, easy.
Now, my honest take on all of this is, yes, I had a lot of extreme teachers growing up, but I also recall a few great teachers that I had in public school. So I don't think we defund or dismantle the entire system, but parents should have a 24/7 audio and video feed of every classroom their kid is in. Because I remember when the lockdowns happened, classes went to Zoom, then the teachers wanted to somehow block the parents from seeing what the kids were learning. Yeah, none of that is acceptable. Sure, Being audio and video recorded is invasive, but it's your workplace. I had a job where we handled and audited large sums of cash, and there were an insane amount of cameras everywhere that could be viewed anywhere in the world by the higher-ups. So if anybody wants to argue that we should be able to closely monitor a couple $1,000 but not monitor what's happening to our kids, what exactly are you trying to prevent parents from seeing? Because it could be something as benign as, don't wear that Snek Shirt from decoyvoice.com, I'm afraid, or something as horrifying as being in public school libraries. So if I have to censor that for YouTube, and if you bring it up at a school board meeting, you get arrested, why are they so desperate to show it to kids when their parents aren't around? So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on what's really going on in the world, hopefully I've earned your subscription, then go check out the video on how Native American tribal police don't tolerate liberal American unemployed nonsense.